Valerie, hi. There you are.
I'm here.
Yay.
Yeah,
Wow, thank you for meeting with me. You must be slammed right now.
it's an interesting time. There's certain things that just can't get done until the end, but it's also when everything decides to change, or the people who like could have done their stuff when I sent it to them 3 months ago, or just now like, oh yeah, Freedom Fest is next week. Let me ask Valerie. So yeah, it's all happening right now, and but it's all coming together beautifully. So that's the exciting thing, is that it's all good stuff happening.
Oh, that's super great. You've probably got the most critical job of anybody, being able to handle all those changes. So, wow.
Yeah, there's
Yikes.
a, there's a big list of things that I have to remember to do. So I use my Asana a lot.
Wow, cool. That's super cool.
Yeah.
So, wow. So, tell me about how it's going, and in terms of the new location. Is what's the excitement with
Yeah.
the Mount Rushmore location?
Yeah, this was really cool for us because we'd been in Vegas for the our entire existence, since 2002, when it was first founded by my father, who was the president of FEE, and decided he really felt like we needed in the liberty movement one place, one time when everyone who has a stake in liberty could kind of come together and talk. And for the first time last year, we picked Las Vegas because it was the most libertarian city. And that was not the case during the lockdowns. It was a place where we could not freely assemble and express ourselves and conduct business. So when it came time to look for an alternative, we thought, we are going to wait till Nevada figures it out. Where can we go that gives us the best chance of having this event? And multiple people started saying, you really should check out South Dakota. That Governor Nome, she's got a very different philosophy and she's really stayed open. So we flew out, we saw Sioux Falls, we saw Rapid City. We really liked both of them. They're fantastic cities, but Rapid City just gave us the extra warm and fuzzies, and the fact that Mount Rushmore was there and Crazy Horse and Deadwood. So if people still wanted to gamble, they could still have that experience if they were going to miss out on that. And honestly, it has been such a delight to work with the people of South Dakota. They have just gone to the moon and back for us. They're so thrilled to have everyone coming from the Liberty world. It's exciting for them, and they're being super supportive. It's very different than planning something in Vegas. Some things in really great ways. In other ways, my convention services manager at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center, now the Monument, she's so cute. She'll turn to me, she's like, Valerie, it's not Vegas. You know? Different things. I'm like, oh, can we do this? And for example, in our trade show, we're going to have our exhibit hall, the Trade Show for Liberty, as John Mackey calls it. It's our largest ever. We have over 180 exhibitors coming to Freedom Fest this year in South Dakota. And we were looking for a media room. A lot of times off of Media Row, we like to have a little private room. And so I saw that there on the map, there were these rooms. And so our convention services manager took us in there to show us the rooms when we were on site, and they looked a little rough, like a little like, and we were like, what? She said, well, actually, this is where we wash the cows. And again, that was like this is not Vegas moment. So that was
Wow,
super,
hilarious.
super fun. But I tell you, from the moment we announced, everyone was like, you know what? Mount Rushmore has been on my bucket list for my entire life. I never had a reason to come, and now I have a reason. And so people are taking advantage of exploring the Badlands and exploring the Black Hills and going to Custer State Park. And we couldn't be more thrilled because it is a gorgeous part of the country. We do have a few people who said, why aren't you in Vegas? So our plan moving forward is to start alternating and exploring this beautiful country of ours, and then coming back to a home base of Vegas as long as they stay open. In the even years, we'll be in Vegas. And so next year we'll be at the Mirage, July 13th through 16th. So if you've missed Freedom Fest this year, put it into your calendar now, July 13th through 16th, the Mirage, Freedom Fest 2022. So yeah,
Got it.
being in South
Got
Dakota
it.
has been awesome. We love it.
Excellent. Wow. Cool. Hey, think about Park City, Utah
Yep,
for
that's another
future
really good
years.
one. Yep, you're right. That's another fantastic one. Even in the summer, it's known as a ski town, but I love the mountains and those ski resorts in the summer.
Yeah.
They're so fun.
Yes. Yes. All right. In terms of attendees and what they can expect, do you
Mm.
have any advice for attendees?
Oh boy, eat your Wheaties. Um, we're going to have a record year this year in terms of number of attendees. And it's going to be, it's like old home week and brand new experience. So you're going to, for those who are in the Liberty world, they're going to see people that they love and admire, and that they get to, actually reach out and be in the same energy field. So you're going to see and meet a lot of people. Freedom Fest is not a siloed, kind of separated. The speakers are with the exhibitors, are with the attendees, are with media. Steve Forbes is our co-ambassador, and unfortunately he can't make it this year. He had a conflict this year, but he loves Freedom Fest because he likes to attend. Not only will he speak, but you'll turn next to you in some breakout session. It's like, oh, what do you think, Mr. Forbes, about because the speakers are there to also really engage. So you're going to be meeting people who are your heroes, people you've never heard of before, but have something compelling to say. I think one of the toughest things about Freedom Fest is that there is so much going on all at once. We have 260 speakers, more than that, 160 sessions. We have the Anthem Film Festival. So my advice is for anyone who's coming to Freedom Fest, get out your app, which is under the SCED. It's under the SCED app, and you download that, and then you look for Freedom Fest 2021, and you start looking and marking your sessions. Review all of it, because we have sessions on so many different topics. You can also do that with the program agenda or online at our website, freedomfest.com. So start planning ahead, looking over all of the different sessions, all of the different speakers that you're interested in, and you have to kind of map it out. I'm going to go here at 1 o'clock, and then I'm going here at 2. The other great thing is, if you're coming with friends or family or colleagues, split up and go to the different things that you're interested in. And then over dinner or over lunch, you come together and you talk about what you experienced. Lastly, we do record virtually everything, and that is available after the conference. So if there's a session you just can't get to because there are other things going on, you can always go and obtain that session so that you can still have that information, even if you can't attend it live. So those are some of the advice. You're gonna be running around, meeting people, hearing great content, engaging in conversation, engaging in Q&A, and you're gonna leave with something that you can take back to your community that helps spread freedom and liberty and equality and justice for more people in this country. And I think that's the big goal of Freedom Fest. What are the solutions we can take with us back into our lives?
That is great. And what hashtags would be the best ones for everybody to use?
Yes, so we use hashtag FFest21, and that's because even though Freedom Fest is a trademark name, we own the name Freedom Fest. Many municipalities, especially around the 4th of July season, will use Freedom Fest as their like
Yes.
fireworks. So you can get a lot of Freedom Fest. So we use FFest21. This year, our theme is healthy, wealthy, and wise. And that
love
is also a hashtag this year, hashtag healthy, wealthy, wise all together. Because coming out of the pandemic, we feel like that is a huge issue we all need to be looking at as a society, but also as individuals, as families, as businesses. We need to be looking at how are we healthy and taking care of our own health? How are we wealthy and taking care of our own livelihoods? And how are we wise, politically, socially, intellectually, philosophically? And so we're going to be having all of those conversations at Freedom Fest. So those are our 2 good hashtags. And thank you for asking about that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I was trying to find you on Twitter also, and you're on Twitter, you're the
The
Freedom
Freedom
Fest.
Fest. Same reason. Some little municipality took Freedom Fest. So we're
I
the
totally
Freedom
get
Fest.
it.
So on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we're the Freedom Fest, kind of like the real, Bill Clinton or whatever, that they have we're the Freedom Fest.
Okay, cool. And so if I were to focus on one, or if someone just wanted to focus on one of those, which one is get you the most juice, shall we say, or just whatever you're comfortable with? I personally, I think I'm gonna use Instagram the most.
Yeah,
But what do you recommend?
we're on all of them. More of the team is individually comfortable with Facebook. So I think you'll see more posts from various of us on Facebook, but we
Okay,
definitely are active on Twitter and Instagram as well. It's always
okay.
changing, but yeah, if you're comfortable with Instagram, we're there. If you're comfortable with Twitter, we're there, and we love to have people respond to our posts. That's one of actually, if people want to help spread the freedom movement, just in general, not just even just for Freedom Fest, but commenting and sharing content to like-minded people just helps algorithms, helps get the message out. So it's not financially taxing. If you're on, make sure you're sharing, make sure you're liking, make sure you're commenting on these positive freedom messages, because we need to, our theme next year is turn the tide. And that's what we need to do. We are headed down a difficult trajectory right now, and we need to turn the tide. And I really believe it's going to take every single one of us who believes in liberty to take action. And whatever that action is, whether it's coming to Freedom Fest, whether it's engaging with a think tank and becoming a member or a donor there, whether it's running for local office or getting involved in your local politics, or it's simply making sure that you can be a conduit to propel a message on social media or through your email or what have you. These are all important actions that can help us turn the tide towards greater freedom.
That is so great. And thank you guys for what you're doing. And wow, I love that your whole family's involved. That
Yes.
is just so cool. I
Super
mean,
great
yeah.
family business. Some people say, oh, family business, but what I have found is that we know each other so well. And when times get tough, we actually rely on the deeper love and respect we have for each other. We don't,
Aw.
have the infighting that, can certainly happen and is understandable. But we just find that we understand if somebody's stressed, and we want to support the individual, and we understand when things go wrong, and we can give each other that love and support. So it's nice to have this family passion. We try to rope in even other family members. It's like the concept, do you want to come do something for Freedom Fest? They're like, we know, but we have a goodly amount. I mean, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of 6 of us working on it right now.
Aw,
And we
cool.
have one non-family member. His name is Matt Day. He's our director of programming, who we brought on board from FEE, the Foundation for Economic Education. He used to run FECon. So we've had to, of course, honorarily adopt him. So we're not quite sure. Is he a brother? Is he a cousin? We don't know, but he's definitely been adopted into the family fold.
All right. Well, cool. Well, Valerie, this has been great. Just, short and sweet. Thank you for taking
Yeah.
the time out to meet with me when you're totally slammed.
One thing that we just announced today.
Oh, what? Yes.
So for those of your viewers who maybe, it's too late to come to Freedom Fest in person, which is always the best experience, but our partner C-Suite Network has just pulled together for us a really cool live stream version. It's going to be main stage only, main stage 1, but some of our best speakers are on main stage 1. And it's going to have behind the scenes interviews as some of those speakers come off stage, opportunities to interact. If you go to Freedom Fest right now, we just put up the page. There's a live stream page, freedomfest.com/livestream, and you can sign up there using code FF2021. And for $99, you get from Wednesday all the way through to Saturday afternoon all the main stage content with all of those behind the scenes footage. So if you can't get involved by being there in person, which is my biggest recommendation, maybe this year enjoy the live stream, see a little bit of what Freedom Fest is about, and then join us in Vegas next year.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are covering everything.
We're trying.
All right. Well, hey, Valerie, maybe I hope to meet you next week. I know you'll probably be in.
Yeah, I'll be going by, but hey, Valerie, and I'll be like, JC, you're the woman. Love ya.
All right. All right. Well, well, cool. Well, thanks again. And
Thank you.
we'll see you next week.
See you next week for
All
Freedom
right.
Fest. All right.
Okay.